And I'll tell you what, if we were inspired about anything, it is about weight loss. Over the last, as everybody knows, we did not launch a new weight loss product last year because we've been following some research for the last few years and put together, it's really 2 products in a system that you buy together. So it's great to be on the call today and talk a little bit about that. We have a lot of exciting new products that people can utilize now with the M Sisters, M Brothers, hair products, beard products, hair gel. There's so many more things that we've been able to make Sisel safe and do so much. And I was talking to our quality department today and going through some natural products with antioxidants and I reminded them too, it's not so much about the exciting things. It is exciting, the things that we put together, but it's so exciting what we don't have in those formulations. And we test for many things that virtually other companies don't even think about, that we're concerned about. We don't want residues of certain ingredients in our formulations. We reject a lot of raw ingredients. We reject a lot of finished goods. And it's hard to see a lot of this stuff go to scrap. And not because it's not legal to sell, but it's because it doesn't meet our Sisel standard. And so that's really exciting. And, we talked about the word inspired. The only thing, I love the word. I love to be inspired. And I'm inspired to tell Liesl that the picture behind her is crooked. And so there's so many things that, that the word inspired brings to mind. The only thing that it lacks for me is fire, because we have a message that is exciting. We have products that people can't get anywhere else in the world, literally. That is the reason why we research, we manufacture, we procure ingredients. Unlike everybody else in the industry, we control the process from here all the way to here. And so, we control it all so we can do it different. And, many of you have heard us talk about one of Dad's favorite sayings, and we actually put it on his headstone. I choose to be an uncommon man. And that's how Dad was, and that's how we are. I mean, look at Liesl. She's weird. She's fun. She's all over the place. But that's what makes life exciting. If everybody was plain vanilla, that wouldn't be so fun. Today, I wanted to get on for a few minutes. And
you want the video? You want the PowerPoint?
Yep. So bring up the PowerPoint. I want to talk to you something we've looked at for quite a few years. Some of this research goes back 20 years. You can stay in that
line if you want.
But we have been working on a weight loss product. And it started as a weight loss product. But then we realized one question that we wanted to answer is, what are a lot of the benefits that come from weight loss? Well, if you're just starving yourself to death, obviously there's a lot of damage that can be done. But what can we do to help lower cholesterol, help with diabetes, insulin production, better cardiovascular health, longevity? And so we looked for ingredients that did all of this, but promoted weight loss. In fact, here about a month ago, I was talking to a PhD biochemist over here at Brigham Young University, and he deals with fat metabolism. And I told him what my concept was, and he said, wow. He said, this is exactly what I study for some pharmaceutical companies. He said, and I've always wondered, why is not somebody studying it from a nutritional standpoint? And he says, you're spot on. He said, this isn't just cutting edge, this is bleeding edge. What you are doing, you're addressing it in a totally different way. And so we talk about weight loss and typical ingredients. We talk about a ketosis diet. We talk about starvation, limiting carbs, things that accelerate our metabolism, that help us to burn calories. But what if we were to search and research ingredients that would help us take white fat cells that are storage cells that hold all of this excess weight and help to push that from the cell for energy for a brown fat cell, because that's how it works under the right circumstances. But with the hundreds of millions of studies out there, there are ingredients that have been studied to do that and have showed great results. So we put these together with the mindset that by using the right amounts of certain ingredients, we could take a white fat cell. And in fact, if you look at the PowerPoint, you'll see that there's a white fat cell there, and it's got a white mass in it. And then it has one mitochondria. And a mitochondria is like a little gas engine that's producing energy. And all of your cells contain those. But in a white fat cell, there's only a couple, and they only produce enough energy to maintain the integrity of that cell. To exactly the opposite, a brown fat cell wants to just produce so much energy that your body, your organs can utilize that energy. So it has very little storage capacity, but it has lots of mitochondria to do this. And so we researched for the last few years, and really heavily the last 2 years, to find out what is kudzu. You know, we know about resveratrol, and we know about a lot of these ingredients and how they benefit that. And you'll see there's a morning formulation because our metabolism is different throughout the day. And we found ingredients that can give us a little bump in heat and internally. And by doing that, it's kind of like fire. More wood on the fire, more heat is generated. So we can constantly be burning this fat as we're helping to nutritionally drive this big white fat droplet out and have it go through a process through the liver to where it can be utilized as energy for brown fat cells to consume. Let's go to the next slide. And so the product is called Turn and Burn. And so you have the Turn product in the morning, you have the Burn product at night. And the Burn product has a little bit of melatonin. Why is that important? Well, melatonin will slightly increase your body temperature. It won't make you hot when you sleep, but it will definitely help you consume more calories. But one key component of having weight loss is having enough rest and proper sleep. And so it helps us to get more sleep. We know through studies that people who lack sleep gain weight. And so this helps us get a few more minutes, hours every night of a restful sleep. It's not even so much about a longer term, but a more restful sleep during those 6 to 8 hours that you're sleeping. Let's go to the next. Now, this package, these products come in a beautifully designed box that helps you see the first part of that slide. It might be a little bit small, but it has the ingredients listed on the outside of the box for the Turn AM product, and then the Burn PM product in it. So it makes it easy to, thank you, Sisel. And you'll see we have a green tea extract full of ECG, definitely linked to weight loss, definitely linked to metabolism. We have rutin in there. You're going to find that very novel. Once again, this triggers additional mitochondria response and helping to move that fat over. Each of these ingredients, and some of these were in combination. We find that curcuminoids, those are really big in helping to burn fat also. Olive extract, that helps us with cholesterol. But all of these have studies that are either synergetic with one another or independent in this process. Now, we have had some just here in the office for the last few months trying this. We've had some dynamic results, not just in weight loss, but in overall health. We have one individual who works here and said, when are you going to bring this product out? I was on it for 2 months and I'm injecting myself every day with insulin, and my insulin consumption's gone way down since I've done that. My blood glucose levels have been maintained with a lower supplementation. Why is that? We are utilizing this energy. Now, also, this is a companion product with Sisel Thin, because part of this program not only are these two dynamic products to help us trigger weight loss through multiple areas, but it's a clean diet. So we're asking people, this is part of exercise and diet. And so we're not saying you have to go with a strict Atkins keto diet, but eat a clean diet. We want some vegetables. We want to limit the carb intake that we can, but we find when people have a absolute, they can't do something, that they have failure. So that was a major point 2 years ago too. I thought we have got to nutritionally help people receive the weight loss that they're looking for without these absolutes, because we set people up for failure. And so a continual use of this product, you will see continued results in so much, just like olive oil with better heart health, better cholesterol, and so much more. Let's go to the next slide, Liesl. Now, also, you'll see in that box, also there was a diagram that kind of showed the white and the brown fat. So Inspire, the very first product of the year, is our weight loss challenge. Let's go to the next. And so it's fun to have a goal, to think that, if I hit my goals, if I compete to achieve better health, and what a great thing to say, achieve better health. What's my reward? Your ultimate reward is better health. You look, you feel better, your body's running better, but we've added some additional incentives to help entice people to stay on track. And so you can see our first place prize this year, a $7,500 value. This is our 10,500 square foot lodge we have down on our family ranch, and we want people to come there. Right now, we do a lot of Airbnb and have a lot of groups that come in and they rent this facility. And so we thought, let's give away a 4-night stay at Mauer Mountain. Come down, or not Mauer Mountain, but down at our family ranch, come down and stay and have a good time and go all over the mountain. And so that's the first prize. Then second place, we have a $2,500 travel voucher. And third place, we have a $1,000 travel voucher where you can choose to come to Mauer Mountain this year, I hope, or you can choose to celebrate your anniversary with a loved one and go to Bali or some other exciting place. So we've got some great prizes. And so we have also, as we learned last year, we really delved hard into coaching, because, any basketball, soccer, rugby, any team out there, you really realize the importance of a coach and teammates that work together for the success of everyone. And by doing that, they achieve their goals. And so we have a top weight loss coach competition, and the first team to place is going to, receive up to an $11,000 value in products. It's a 10-member team plus a coach. You'll get a $1,000 product voucher for every team member and coach. And then each month we're going to have a winner, and the first place team will get up to a $600 value, $100 product voucher for the coach, and $50 for each voucher of each team member. And you can get online. Let's go to the next, Lise. And you can get online and go through all the details of this. Now, this is something this year, our Inspire, we want to inspire people through social media. And, I'm not going to say I'm an expert with that by any means. I haven't even had a television and news for the last 3 weeks. I've got 4 feet of snow on my roof, and my satellite doesn't work. So I'm probably one of the worst people with social media, but I understand from a marketing standpoint and inspiring others to achieve their goals, it is vitally important. And so through social media, we're going to have a monthly winner also, and they're going to receive it's $1,000 value that we're doing and there's more details on that too, on the type of posts and how that is monitored. You can get on there. And so this is our program. Here's a lot of the details for that. I think you need to register. Who are my team members? I'm the coach, and put those people together. The big thing I can say is communication is everything, and helping people achieve their goals. If you jump into this, find somebody who has a similar goal. Find a team that you want to be part of. And by doing that, you're going to have so many things. And even though we're measuring weight loss, this is the time of year that we do this in America, I'm excited to hear about, just like the gentleman here at work. I don't consume as much insulin. My injections are less. I want to hear overall. I'm still inspired every time I have somebody tell me about TSX. I had my telomeres measured, and I've lost 3 years off my biological age, and I still get those all the time, who people want to go out and they want to have their DNA tested, and they watch what happens as they get new and better health. So for 2023, let's all strive not only to achieve our goals, but inspire others that they can go out and reach their goals. And I'll tell you what, as I was signing some 6-star certificates and some others this week for people here in the U.S., and what I realize is that it really is those leaders who are out there inspiring others to achieve their goals who receive the blessings that they're looking for. Because by helping these other people, they're really helping themselves, but that's not what their intent is. And so Sisel has something for everybody looking for better health, a better business opportunity. But what's your ace in the sleeve? We are unique in the industry. We were the first with harmful ingredients. We were the first to virtually go 100% fully sourced material and research. And this is something that will go on and on for decades to come. And so you're building a great future. Now, I see a question pop up here. When are we going to be able to purchase these? Well, that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. They're all going through quality now. They're going through encapsulation, packaging. There's about I know the last week, I'm going to say probably the last week of the month, everything should be back from testing, because not only do we have to do the testing for the FDA, but we have to do all the Sisel testing too. I check them for a lot of heavy metals and possible other ingredients that could be there that I won't allow in our products. And so I'm 95% sure the last week of this month, all these products will be available. So let's get out there and let's have a big year. And congratulations on all the growth that you guys have had these last few months. I was able to go to Japan here last month after not being there for 3 years. Hard to believe. The pandemic is going away. I mean, we look at the world economy. That's a horrible situation. But guess what? Therein lies the opportunity for home businesses. People are looking for opportunities. Everybody wants better health. So we're in the right industry right there. But they're looking for an opportunity. Nobody pays. Nobody has the mission, the longevity, and nobody is looking to the future like Sisel. I hope to some degree this inspired you today. Every day I'm inspired when I come to work, because there is so many new and exciting things. So I want to wish everybody a very happy 2023. And this is going to be, last year was a year for the record books, and I know this one will be also. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today, especially when you're not feeling good. So go and shovel all that snow this weekend. So people are loving this.
More of the barn tonight. Yeah.
Let me ask you one question before you go. Is Turn and Burn a standalone product? Someone was asking if they don't want to take the other products for someone who doesn't like caffeine. How well will that be as a standalone?
Absolutely. It works great by itself. When we did the test, we did it as a standalone. I mean, there's definitely things, if you're going to do some exercise, Sisel Sport's a great product to go with that. You can do 20 to 30% more exercise with Sisel Sport. Sisel Thin, if you need to limit your carbohydrates, because that's the quickest way to gain weight is overconsume simple carbohydrates. Sisel Thin helps with that because it floods us with ketones and helps us get through that first 4 or 5 days that are very difficult on following more of a ketosis-friendly diet. And so, but will it work as a standalone? Absolutely, and that's what we tested. These ingredients were tested as standalones by themselves. 2 or 3 of them were put together, and they found that it wasn't 1 + 1 = 2, 1 + 1 = 10, because the results were greatly magnified. And so, short answer is yes, it can be used as a standalone product.
Okay, and last question, and we'll let you go, but I guess you mentioned possibly doing a cream that you would rub in. Someone said about 18 months ago, kind of whispers of that. Is there anything in that in the future that you see?
Now, a cream for what?
I think they're talking about like a thigh cream or something like that.
Oh, yeah, a cellulite to help with that. We are working on that. There's some new technology with that, lots of old technology. Definitely, we were the leaders of that back in the 90s with theophylline and aminophylline. And when that came out, nobody did more in the entire world than we did with that. And so we're definitely looking at that. I don't have a time period to launch that. I'm looking for new particle sizes, new types of ingredients to get that in there. But I'll tell you one little tidbit. Many of the ingredients that you see in the AM/PM will be utilized to target those cellulite and those fatty deposits. But we've got to find better ways to penetrate it through the dermis. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. They've loved it. Everybody's saying thank you. Awesome information. Thanks for sharing your time. So great presentation and products. They're excited. So appreciate it. Well, guys, with that, I want to talk about our next call is going to be in 2 weeks on January 28th. Now, we've got a list of people here on this call that I'm going to do a raffle for Turn and Burn. So we've had a lot of questions on it. Now, someone says body wraps when you're talking about that thigh cream. It's definitely body wraps are something that always improves the cream that you're using. So they kind of go hand in hand. I think Murray's just kind of nodding. And when we did that thigh cream, we actually told people you'd get a much better result with those wraps. And I remember I did a ton of them those years, and it was a pretty amazing product. One thing like I can say, knowing Tom, he's going to find that amazing ingredient out there and make an awesome product. Because like he said, last year we didn't have a weight loss product. And a lot of people really asked us, to come out with